Welcome to the Fixed Ops Roundtable third pop-up event, exclusively sponsored by BG Products. Ted, we have some really great friends with us here on the panel today.
Sarah, I am so excited because not only is this the third pop-up event for the Fixed Ops Roundtable, but we've got the anchors of the event, yourself included, plus Ed Roberts and Tully Williams with us today. Gentlemen, congratulations, and thank you for being part of the Fixed Ops Roundtable as well.
Well, thank you, Ted, very much. This is a great event.
Thanks for having us here. This is phenomenal.
All right, so Sarah, the first Fixed Ops Roundtable pop-up took place at Bozard Ford. And Ed, we talked a whole lot about culture and process. Kind of take us through that if you would.
Culture is where it's at. I mean, we can hire people, and we can bring them into our store, and if we just hire them for what they're capable of, we're not necessarily going to get any loyalty from them. But when we truly connect with them and learn what their purpose is in life, then we can truly allow them to bring something to the team and become loyal and become part of the family.
Yeah, we saw that at Bozard Ford. It really stood out. One of the best run dealerships in the nation. And you know what? When we went over to the Nilo company just a few weeks later, Tully, you brought it home with your 10 different locations and just amazed at the culture and process there.
It was super exciting. Like Ed says, it's all about the people. I think you give those people the chance to succeed and show them how they succeed. And then you have to have core values at your store. Does your dealership really stand for core values? As we have it on all of our cards here, we talk about core values. And what was really good about our pop-up event, what did our employees talk about? Not talking about making money, making hours. It was talking about how great of a dealership group we are. Like Ed's store did as well. They talked about the culture and the place they come to work at every day. To me, that's the shining star, Ted.
You know, Sarah, culture has really risen to the forefront and to the top of the conversation. And typically, a lot of people thought that these pop-ups would be about making more money and things along those lines. And really, it's not. It's about the people and what happens inside the dealership.
You know, that has been so exciting to see this evolution and how automotive dealerships are really embracing that whole culture aspect. And Ed, Tully, y'all have done a phenomenal job of really encouraging this in your organizations. And it's really a shining light for others in the industry to embrace it.
People, they want to repeat what they get recognized for. So when we recognize what they're doing and what they're doing well, and we let them know that we appreciate it, and that's what makes them a valuable part of the team, they want to do it again because they love that recognition.
I would, Ed, you're spot on. I think talking about, as I have TVs in our stores, we're talking about all the greatness that our employees doing every day. Here's the thing is that if they are doing a great job and they feel successful, what happens? They do well for them and their families. But it's all about making sure they know that you thank them every day. It doesn't cost us anything. Saying thank you, having the opportunities, not being scared to take chances. That's what it's all about. Our people make our business. And what's really good about our dealership and our dealer is it's all about the people is what he talks about every day when we go out to those stores, Ed. I mean, it's the same at your store.
Well, it's like you said, it's about the people, and it's from the top down. It can't just be one level or mid-level down. It's got to be from the top down. And it's certainly that way at Nilo, certainly that way at Bozard, and we love being a part of it.
And it was really interesting to see is that like our women at the dealership is that the opportunities they had where we had Chris, our controller, started as a cashier, and now she's a controller. You know, as you know, controllers run the stores. She has done an incredible job and then gives those opportunities for everybody else. Do we have a tech path? I know Ed talks about it a lot. Is that do we have a tech path for your parts person? Do you have a tech path for your porters and for your riders and your technicians? Showing them the success they can have at your store is the best, isn't it, Ed?
Absolutely. Developing people to allow them to become more than what they ever thought they could is phenomenal. And when you develop people, we can say we have training programs, but who wants to go to training? But everybody likes to be developed, and it prepares them for the next position in front of them. From coming from an entry-level spot to the comptroller, like Tully said, it prepares them for that rather than just being thrown into the fire and expected to survive.
We love the success. Hiring within is like 99%, right? And when you see these great people start as a porter, and then they become a shop assistant, and then they become an hourly technician, and a flat rate technician, I mean, it's almost like you get tears in your eyes like, oh my God, isn't that the greatest thing ever?
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of my valets is now running my quick lane, has only been with me for 3.5 years, and to go from an entry-level spot to run the number one quick lane in the country is pretty strong. So the opportunities are endless if you set yourself up with
that. Is so cool. Isn't it great?
The opportunity to develop people.
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
I think the stories of the pop-up events are the stories of these dealerships. Every one is unique, and they've got so many nuances. Ed, when we visited Bozard Ford Lincoln, you brought on the mobile service team. After you gave us a tour of the shop, You took us outside. You showed us what the mobile service teams are doing, the two-person teams. That ended up becoming a separate panel. But mobile service is something you've really pioneered there. And I know that was a big part of the message and continues to be at Bozard.
We've forced people to come to go through our process for decades, and they've told us for decades that they don't like it. So being able to offer mobile service and bring service to the doorstep is the Amazon of automobile service.
Oh, I like that. Amazon of the automotive service. Yeah.
And Sarah, for a long time, a couple of years now, you and I have heard Tully talk. It's all about the hours and repeat and referral business, my friend. While Tully, at the pop-up event we did at Nilo, took everything back to the hours. And Tully, I thought it was amazing how your people are on message, parts, sales, hours. You have taken two departments, service and parts, and made them one where they really work together as a team.
You know, part of a culture of a store is not having silos. And, you know, first silo was parts and service. Okay, that silo needs to be broken, right? And I think that if everybody realizes that we're going after one message and one thing, ours is what we do. Everybody's paid off that goal. And that takes away that. And the next piece is that the store is one silo. Parts and service and the sales department, fixed and sales, has to be on the same page. Building that bridge between and showing how fixed helps sales, and of course sales helps fixed, has to be on point every day, Ed.
Absolutely. And really developing our people allows removing the silos as being a byproduct. We don't have to remove the silos when we develop our people, and we get everybody rolling in the same direction. When everybody's rolling in the same direction, we don't have the people drilling holes in the boat.
I love that. You know, it's so funny is when you bring someone from the outside, which our goal is not to, they're like, you guys do everything different here. Oh, you mean we're happy and we're making money? Oh my God, what a concept.
Rich and tired?
Rich and tired.
Ed, you also have something unique there called Bozard University. You talked about developing people. Tell us a little bit about that. Give us some background on that.
We've got several development programs at our store, and Bozard University is really just housing all of those development programs to where it's a destination for someone to go and chase the path that they want to be. A lot of times we see other people on the outside and we say, I think I can do that. So they don't necessarily know what all the details of that position is until they get out and get involved in doing it. And that's what Bozard University is all about, is preparing those guys for that next position in front of them.
I think showing everybody the different opportunities where people maybe are a salesperson, want to become a service advisor, or a service advisor want to go to the sales side, or a technician that might be getting tired that wants to come over to a service writer, or even a salesperson, having the opportunities for all of them to see what happens and the potential of what they can be in those positions is a must. You know, a lot of times you look at a lot of our service advisors, right? And our service managers, they started as a car washer or a porter. Our technicians started as most of times as porters. And look at the success they're having today. It's just unbelievable.
Absolutely. And it carries on. And that allows us to be in what kind of business?
Repeat and referral it.
Because when our employees are having fun, our customers are having fun.
And it's obvious to everybody who watched that pop-up and was there with us at the pop-up. Okay, so now, Tully and Ed, this is going to be a tough act to follow. You have really both raised the bar on these pop-ups. Amazing preparation you've shown in getting the entire team's ready.
I think it's all about, and Ed's going to say the same thing, is that it's all about our people shining and talking about what they do every day and telling us what we do different at our store. And that to me is the most important part. I thought the pop-up event is about the people at our store and the success at our store, Ted. And I want to say thank you for allowing us to show that out.
So we have 329 associates at our store, and I think we ended up having 50 or 60 on there total, and another 200 of them was wondering why they didn't get the chance. So we're going to have to do it again.
We're going to have to come back.
Oh, we want to come back, Ted.
All right, everybody. So stay with us here at the Fixed Ops Roundtable. We're at the third pop-up event with Sarah Van Tyne, Ed Roberts, and Tully Williams. A lot more to come here on the Fixed Ops Roundtable.